let me know and then keep me updated for sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. We're gonna start. So this is AIT, okay, which stands for Advanced Individual Training. Um, we made this course because while I was watching some of you get taken through RASP, I realized how little time you guys actually get with like the primary weapon systems that we have in the unit. And I also have noticed that some of the weapon systems have been underused or not used properly, namely the grenade launcher and the machine gun. Just understand if you're a grenadier or a machine gunner or the designated like heavy AT or AT dude, that's your sole purpose in combat. Okay. AT is a little iffy because that only enters your mind if there is something to blow up. Um, but understand, like, if you're a grenadier and we get into a tick, you lay down that initial couple of rounds with your N4, and then you immediately need to be putting rounds down range with your 320. Okay. That being said, don't just pump like 40 rounds in one uh, engagement, but make sure you're divvying it up to make that happen a little bit better, which we'll go over here in a second. But any questions about AIT as a whole before we start? Okay. So we're gonna start with the Grenadier course. There's, like I said, three different courses. There's Grenadier course, Machine Gunners course, and Qual, and then the anti-tank system course and Qual. They sound intimidating, but they're really only 20 to 30 minutes apiece. But understand, if you have any questions, now's the time to mention it. Does everybody here know how to dig a trench?
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, because that's actually getting at a DRASP, but I just wanted to make sure. Um, so we're going to start with the Grenadier Qualification course. So welcome to the Grenadier Qualification course. In this course, we will go over the 320 grenade launcher, the different types of rounds for the 320, how to employ the weapon system properly, and what role the Grenadier is in a fire team, or what role they play. So the role of the 320, simply put, the role of the Grenadier is to use the grenade launcher to provide indirect support and smoke screens. Okay, as well as to kill the enemy that may be behind cover, where the rifleman and saw gunner cannot reach them with their rifles and machine guns. The ability to get explosives downrange up to 400 meters away is a priceless tool that could turn the tide when fighting an enemy in an open or covered position. Some key takeaways there is the indirect fire support part. You're pretty much a tiny mortar system in yourself. Okay, if dudes are behind cover, you can put a grenade, right behind them, almost instantaneously, if you know what you're doing and you have the range and the correct 3Ds is called essentially. Um, Understand that it is completely 100% imperative that you emplace your 320. It's just like I said, you do your initial burst, you get some accurate fire off, and then you immediately pull out your 320 and start slinging rounds downrange. Okay. Um, that being said, like I said before, you don't want to use 20 to 30 rounds per engagement, but you want to make sure you're picking your shots, groups of people, things of that nature. If it's a longer engagement, you may have to switch in between your rifle and 320 as your team needs. As the saw reloads, you should always switch back to your M4 and then just fire rapid downrange. Um, any questions about the role of the 320? And there's some more. Don't worry, there's a little bit more. Um, so in placing the 320, so the 320, like I said, should enter the fight anytime we're engaging the enemy in an open area outside of 50 to 75 meters. If the enemy is within 50 meters, don't use the 320. Okay, you can just use your point fire weapon systems. We should be able to hit anything at 50 meters away, no worries. In fact, by the time we call the 3Ds, they should all be dead anyway. That being said, if it becomes prolonged, like I said before, you can utilize your 320. But the 320 is also used to provide a smoke screen to cover our movement or obscure the line of sight of a target that is too far to throw smoke, i.e., like those bunkers out there. Those of you who are here for my demonstration, which I'll do again, smokes are very, very ineffective at this point because they bounce very, very far away and unpredictably. That being said, you can still use them. I would use them in an emergency situation just to get that down there, and maybe you'll get lucky and get a good one. If anything, you'll confuse the enemy that haven't spotted you yet. So it's still effective, but at the same time, you're not going to get it right where you want it unless you get lucky. You can employ a 320 in an urban environment as long as there's no civilian presence. If there's a civilian presence in a town and we're going to raid it, don't shoot 320s into the town. Okay. If we're going in there, it's just a kill mission, there's no civilian presence, you're good to go with your 320. If you see like a light armored vehicle or, a group of targets or someone on a rooftop or something like that, or you saw someone run behind a doorway and you shoot like a 320 into the doorway, that's completely acceptable within reason. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are 15 meters away, run into the door, don't shoot a 320 in there. You need to be ready to clear with your M4. But does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the first thing you'll need to accurately engage a target?
Distance.
Distance,
Your-
range.
Exactly, your range, right? So be sure to pull out your Vector 21 Knight and get that range before firing. You should always fire from a position of cover whenever possible. Okay, sometimes that's not an option. Tonight we won't be doing that. But just keep in mind if you can get down behind a trench or something like that, a pre-established position, or you can shoot from behind the cover of a wall or lean around a wall, do so. Okay. Um, Also for like the team leaders and squad leaders out there, your first objective as a team leader is to call out the 3Ds and to give fire commands to your Grenadier and to your saw gunners. So you should be the one that pulls out your Vector 21 Knight, and you can establish this team SOP if you would like to see which one of you is actually going to get that range in case you want to stay in the fight. But I mean, it should be you, right? So that you can call out accurate fire for your team. And yeah, so that's in place in the 320. So types of rounds that we use is HEDP, which is the M433 HEDP grenade round. It looks 3D. It has the brass looking. It kind of has the little side view rather than just the top down view or whatever you want to say it. And then for smoke rounds, the only smokes you guys can carry. I don't want to see anybody carrying colored smoke if they're not like a team leader or higher. You can only carry the M714 white smoke round. Okay. At this point, I really don't give a shit if you use the regular white smoke rounds because more than likely, as you'll see in a second, you're not going to hit it anyway. But then I say never use vanilla rounds, so just make sure you use the RHS ones. They're the best ones we got so far. Any questions about the types of rounds you can use? There's really only two. Later on, when you become a team leader or squad leader, we'll teach you how to use the Hunt IR rounds. We'll teach you how to use, the SOPs for the flares and all this other stuff. You'll get more stuff to put in your 320. But at that point, it's more of a utility than it is a weapon system at that point. While I still carry HEDP rounds, like the majority of the rounds that I carry are for signaling. So yeah, any questions about the types of rounds that you're going to use? Okay. So now, any questions at all about the 320, how to emplace it, the role the 320 is in your team? You understand that you're going to be shooting at what your saws cannot. So if I'm sitting here and I see this first target in front of me and I got a saw gunner shooting at it, I'm probably going to prioritize the ones further back. Okay. But it all a lot of depends, and that's up to you and the time to make that call, as that's just kind of your individual infantryman task at that point. Say, is this guy really a danger to me? Is my saw good enough to take him out? Is he already dead by the time I pull up my 320? And if so, you need to go ahead and move on to some of these next targets. But for sure, like the biggest thing is like mortar emplacements, because sometimes the mortar dudes will be sitting down like this and they'll just be rotating around that thing like really quickly, and it's hard to get shots off on it. A quick 320 down there will not only kill the person, but probably disable the mortar as well. But I'm not too sure about that, but it would in real life. So, all right. So, who here is not confident? Who here is really confident in their 320 capabilities?
Yeah, I'd say I'm somewhat confident. It's a 320.
I mean, I'm pretty confident.
Okay, I want you just go ahead and just take a second, and you guys can come up here like probably 3 at a time. That way, not everybody's shooting at the same targets. Get out your vector, get a range on these targets. Probably the ones further out. Don't shoot anything past 400. You're not going to hit it. And yeah, but everybody needs to practice that 400 back there on the far right. The far right black target on the ground. You can't hit it. You just want to make sure you aim at the top of it. So put your little nipple thing on top of at 350, of course, range. And then once you got a warm and fuzzy, you can step off the line and give the other 3 a chance. And then we'll go through and do your qualification.
350, you said, not 400.
You don't have a 400 range on your
Oh
320.
shit! Yeah, look at that. Oh!
Did it?
Oh, I hit it.
Good shit. So just letting you guys know what this would sound like and what it's going to sound like for your qualification. Like if I wanted you to hit that, I would give you the range and I would also give you the azimuth. So be ready to pull out your compass for the qualification. So that one would be, you know, 7 degrees, 400 meters, right? And then you would pull out your compass real quick and get like the azimuth. And it should be pretty damn obvious which target I'm talking about. And then you'll notice for that one on the far left, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a hint. You're going to have to aim at the bottom of that bunker to hit it. Even though it says it's 300, if you put on 300, you're going to have to aim at the very bottom.
Bottom of the target or bottom of the bunker?
Bottom of the bunker.
Oh, that was a little off-centered. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
There you go. And you'll notice it still went over, right?
Yeah.
So just make sure that you guys understand that. You know what I'm saying? If you just need to understand, like, inside of 300 meters, you need to aim low with this 320. Otherwise, you're going to shoot way over target. And that 15 meters you guys are missing, even though it's knocking down the target, could still be the difference in between them all dying and them all just getting injured and getting back up after we pass them by.
Yep.
Oh, I got it.
There you go. It did knock the target down, but I would count that one.
Alright. I'm set.
Wait, what's the goal? Inside or just a bunker?
The target on top of the bunker needs to go down.
Okay.
Damn.
Can I step up here or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, you guys can switch. If you still want to shoot some, you can.
Ooh, that was a good hit.
I mean, what works for me. This is 300. So, like, what works for me normally. I'll put it on 300, and I aim like below the bunker.
I don't get it. How come it's hitting it somehow?
The shrapnel's hitting from the back.
Nice.
I'm good.
Yeah. Yep, that will do it. Oh, the practice round. What does this do?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Produces smoke.
Does anybody else need any time? Okay, if you do.
I might need some time. I'm just trying to hit all targets.
Okay. We good.
Does the 500 count those 2 bunkers in the back?
No, you can't shoot. The 400's your maximum range.
Oh, okay. Just checking. I'm gonna give it a try.
Jeep.
Okay, who's first?
Me.
Oh wait, you guys done?
Oh yeah, I'm done. Oh,
Damn.
done.
All right. So just a reminder, I'm going to be giving you an azimuth and a range. So be ready to pull out your compass. This would be just like someone calling out the 3Ds, right?
Yep.
One at a time, right?
Yeah, one at a time. All right, Klassen. Let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys the criteria. So there's 5 targets. You got to hit 3 out of 5 to pass. And you can have like 3 or 4 tries, and then we're gonna have to just move on. I don't know. You're hopeless at that point.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Target in the open. 200 meters, 3 degrees.
Got it.
Good hit. Jeep in the open, 11 degrees, 250 meters.
250. Got it.
Good hit. Bunker, 353 degrees, 300 meters.
Got it.
Another
Oh,
light armored
fuck.
vehicle in the open, 355 degrees, 200 meters.
200. Armored vehicle, wide open, 355. Got it. 200? 250?
200, 200.
Got it. Wait. Which... That was whack.
Okay, wrong target.
Yep.
Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters.
400?
Okay, 400.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Good hit. Alright.
That one I missed, were you talking about the Jeep or the tank?
There's a Jeep. The Jeep in the open right behind that target.
Yep.
This is kind
Gotcha.
of a trust exercise. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't trust me. Just kidding.
Okay, that's a pass. Alright, who's next?
Okay.
Let me replace these vehicles. I'll give you some fresh tires to shoot out. Lasting's making my job easy. Only got 1 to replace.
Oh, fuck. In my defense, I heard armored.
Okay. Alright, you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Jeep in the open, 356 degrees, 196 meters. Good hit. Next target, 3 degrees, 200 meters. Good hit. Next target, bunker in the open, 353 degrees, 300 meters. Hit. Jeep in the open, 10 degrees, 250 meters. Hit. Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters. Good hit. job, hero. 5 out
Someone.
of 5. Good job, brother. Alright, who's next? Let me replace these vehicles real quick.
I'll go next.
Alright, alright. Second, let me just place these. Yeah, most of the time this will be done with just like 2 or 3 people, but I don't mind doing it with 6. Alright, Jar, you ready? Bunk.
Bunker in the open, 353 degrees, 300 meters.
Damn, right.
350, Jeep in the open, 356 degrees, 200 meters. Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters. Good hit. Target in the open, 3 degrees, 200 meters. Good hit. Jeep in the open, 10 degrees, 250 meters. Correct hit. Good job. Good shit, brother. Next.
Guess I'll go next.
Let me replace these vehicles real quick. I wanted all of you to get the experience of blowing out some tires. Because understand, even if you don't destroy the vehicle, if you blow out all 4 tires, it's definitely combat ineffective. And more than likely going to kill everybody inside. Alrighty. Reset.
Set.
Jeep in the open, 356 degrees, 200 meters. Good hit. Bunker in the open, 353 degrees, 300 meters. That's a good hit. 3 degrees. I'm sorry, target in the open, 3 degrees, 200 meters. That is a little short. 8 degrees, target in the open, 400 meters. Good hit. Jeep in the open, 10 degrees, 250 meters. I need to check the damage on this thing to tell. I think it goes a little short, but yeah, a little short. That's a pass though, 3 out of 5.
Yes.
Alrighty, who's next? Who's the next victim?
I'll do it.
Alright, Ollie. Are you set?
Set.
Alright, Jeep in the open, 11 degrees, 250 meters.
Two, three.
I think I already have one this kit.
Direct hit, good job. Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters.
Copy.
Good hit. Bunker in the open, 353 degrees, 300 meters. A little long. 3 degrees, target in the open, 200 meters. Good hit. Jeep in the open, 357 degrees, 190 meters. Direct hit. Good shit, 4 to 5.
Go.
Ali!
Damn bunker.
Alright, who's Bauer? Your last?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't go yet either.
Oh, Roy hasn't got it.
Oh, so how many people we got?
Where's the black guy?
We got 7 people here?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Alright, Bauer. Let's see. Hard ones. Okay. Alright, target in the open, 3 degrees, 200 meters. Deep in the open, 11 degrees, 250 meters. Good hit. 353 degrees, bunker in the open, 300 meters. Good hit. Jeep in the open, 357, 192 meters. Good hit. 8 degrees, 400 meters, target in the open. Good hit. Good job. Alright, Roy. Let me get you some fresh Jeeps out there. I'll let Hartman god damn it. Bauer use the old ones. I'm sorry, Hartman.
Sheesh.
You mean Bauer?
Bauer. Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck?
Alright,
is
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
go
you?
kill myself.
I'm looking at his name on the damn... on the thing. I don't know. Whenever I try to give you shit,
I
Hartman
can tell you
always
missing.
comes
It's
out.
all good. Whatever.
Sorry, dude.
The numbers on this fucking 320 are blurry as fuck for me.
Top right. Top right. It'll tell you your range.
Alright, cool.
Alright. You ready?
Yeah.
Jeep in the open, 357 degrees, 200 meters. Direct hit, good job. 353 degrees, 297 meters, bunker in the open. Call it 300. Little long. Target in the open, 4 degrees, 200 meters. Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters. Good hit. 11 degrees, Jeep in the open, 250 meters. That was long.
Damn, that was way over.
Still past 3 out of 5. Good job. Yo, dude, everybody passed. Not one single failure. I wouldn't expect anything less. Okay, so understand that obscuration would normally work the same way. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to qual smokes because they bounce like incredibly. They'll bounce 200 meters away from where you hit. But that being said, you can still use them. I highly recommend it. If we're breaking contact and we got some enemy shooting at us from afar, I'd still just try. Better to do something than nothing. Do you think you guys are leaving the Grenadier qualification course with a better grasp on the 320 than you came with?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And now you understand what you should expect from your TLs as far as what the 3D should look like.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't have to be a big, long, drawn-out thing, but it needs to be at least a description, Jeep in the open, and a direction. And then perhaps you might have to get the distance, or he might get it for you. It would behoove the team leader to do it. That way the Saw and the 320 can get up at the same time. But that's just up to the team. The team leader might even designate the rifleman to do that. It just really all depends, right? But understand that anytime you have a team, you should have a 320 in it. Unless you only have one other dude, and in that case, it's going to be you and the Saw. It's otherwise specified or order or whatever. I just hope you guys understand like how deadly the 320 is, and how like combat effective it is for sure. Okay, there's no way in hell like we're getting accurate fire behind these bunkers or on the bunkers with our primary weapon systems. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell we're gonna take out these technicals anywhere near efficiently as we could with 320 unless we use AT, which you want to save as good as possible. I would rather save an AT stick and use a 320 to take down a Jeep than use up an AT stick. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, good job, you guys, on passing the Grenadier qualification course. I'm gonna move on to the machine gun qualification course. If you guys want to leave, if you guys have to go at any point in time, it's not mandatory you have to do them right now, but eventually you got to do them, and that only took like 30 minutes, so we're on a roll here. All right, so everybody's gonna need a saw or a 249. Yep, and whenever I say the saw, I mean the M249. I recommend using the, remember,
The para?
the short LCBA.
Ah.
Yeah, the nobody and the paratroopers never use that. I don't know why they put that on there. Trust me. I've jumped this big bitch plenty of times. And then I would recommend you can use the 145 optic, or you can also use the SU 230A, which is recommended, because the ranges match more on this. Like for me, the 145 ranges match perfectly. So if it's 300 meters away, I line it up with a 300 bracket. But whenever me and Carfano was messing around with it, for him, the SU 230 worked a lot better. And then you're gonna want probably, if you go to like I would just get you a couple of 200 round soft packs. Probably like 5 200 round soft packs. 1,000 rounds. Ammunition. Hold on, let me drop this magazine. I don't know why. And you guys should make us all loadout. I know that the mod pack is switching around and stuff. Even if you're a team leader, you need to make us all loadout so that your dudes can have it if they come in and don't have one. Why is having me carry these 30? Okay. Make sure you take your 30 round mag out of it and load up the actual drum. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute.
How the fuck do you center the 145 site? What is the center?
Are you using the 145?
Yeah, well, I just grabbed one.
Okay, so with the 145, your top tick mark is gonna be like 100, and then the next one down is gonna be the same thing for what's it called? Because I never use one. The SU-230 PVS and RDS or whatever. You can just use any of the SU-230s. But pretty much it's gonna be center dot until you get to about 300 meters, and then you'll be able to send whatever.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Just make sure you scroll wheel, hero, and load up a
Yeah, I didn't realize I was picking up my fucking
200 round
4
drum.
mags.
Yeah, you can just use scroll wheel. It should reload
Yeah.
that. But I'm gonna talk a little bit, and then we'll get into actually shooting, and then you can mess around with the sights and stuff and figure out which one you want for your qual. So this one is a lot more. I don't want to say the machine gun is more important than the 320, but it 100% is. Because this right here is your most casualty producing weapon in a squad. And for the platoon, it would be the 240 Bravos would be the most casualty producing weapon because it's getting the most rounds down range. And if you're a good ass machine gunner, you can really kill with this thing, like for sure. So yeah, without further ado, we'll start here. So welcome one and all of you to the machine gun qualification course. In this course, we'll go over the 249 automatic weapon, aka the SAW, rates of fire, types of fire, and how to employ the weapon system properly, as well as what the role of a SAW gunner is in a fire team. Okay, so the role of a SAW gunner, simply put, is to provide mass effective, supporting, and destructive fire upon the enemy. This is done so by knowing the weapon system, knowing the rates of fire, and how to rapidly employ fire commands from your TLs and squad leaders, and being able to accurately suppress and kill the enemy up to 500 to 600 meters away. Okay, the SAW is a mission essential weapon system and should always be in a fire team no matter what. Okay, during halts and ORPs, you should be in place at the apex or the most likely avenue of approach. For your squad, you are the most casualty producing weapon. Your ability to suppress the enemy, to keep their heads down, will be detrimental to the maneuverability of adjacent teams, squads, or even the rest of the platoon. You alone can determine whether a mission is a success or a failure on a squad size objective. Okay, so the SAW is super important. I can't stress it enough. People don't like carrying the SAW. I'll never know why. If I wasn't a PL and I wasn't in a leadership position, I would 100% be a SAW gunner. Because it's the best, right? You get to shoot the most. You can still clear rooms with the SAW, and you get to mow them in half at the same time. But yeah. So, any questions about the role of a SAW gunner?
No.
Pretty much like the little definition I just gave you what a SAW gunner is. All right. So, in placing the SAW, as mentioned before, you should always try to be where the combat is the heaviest to be able to effectively suppress the enemy. Whenever I say suppress the enemy, that means to shoot around them or at them directly in order to keep their heads down so they can't fire accurately on us as we approach them. Okay. In RASP, we all went over like battle drill, whatever it was, squad attack, right? Where, Alpha team lays down the base of fire to get their heads down, and Bravo team flanks around, and then you make that nice L shape, you destroy them, and then you push through to the LOAs, or the limit of advance. Okay. The SAW should immediately and you're gonna hear me say that a lot in this trainings that follow, probably in this next month. The Saw should immediately get into the fight when we get into a tick, and a tick is troops in contact, and stay in the fight until it is over. What I mean by that is, I hear like one enemy round pop off, it should be immediately followed by like 30 to 50 assault rounds from the two fire teams. Okay, and then hell, we should get the other squad online, and then you have all four saws rocking. Okay, um, understand that your job is to suppress the enemy. Okay, and hopefully, if you can get accurate fires on them, once you drop down sustained rate of fire, which we'll talk about here in a second, you can start really like not taking down their numbers. Okay, knowing how to properly range the 145 or the SU-230A optic is imperative to the accuracy of your fires. Okay, understand that each labeled line on your optic is accurate to the proper range on the 145. To some people, apparently, I don't know if Carfana has a big monitor or something that doesn't work, but we'll test it here in a second. Okay. Just understand that before you leave here today, if Saturday I say, hey man, there's a target 600 meters over there, I want you to just shoot grazing fire over there. You should be able to do that without even being able to see the enemy. As long as I can see them, the same thing with the 320. As long as me, the TL, can see the enemy, I can give you fire commands to accurately fire on them, even if you don't see them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. You should not get your own range. I'll say that again. Assault gunner, you shouldn't even carry binos out with you. You will because it's part of the SOP, but you should never have them out. Unless there's like absolutely nobody else around, your rest of your team just got mass cas or whatever, and you got to get a range. Your team leader or whatever your team size SOP is should be really quick to give you and the rest of your team the accurate 3Ds. Okay. And then you can also walk your rounds on a target, but we'll talk about that here in a second. So yeah, never get your own range. Okay, I should never see a assault gunner pulling out his binoculars to get a range on something. Okay, especially whenever we're engaging the enemy. But knowing the rates of fire is a requirement to pass this course, and should be implemented in all operations. So if you need to write this down or something to memorize it, I would highly recommend you do it. But it's pretty self-explanatory once you get used to it. Once I show you. So you have three different types of rates of fire. Okay, you have sustained, rapid, and cyclic. Okay, sustained is 3 to 5 rounds every 4 to 5 seconds. Okay, so again, I'm going to say 3 to 5 rounds, pause for 4 to 5 seconds, and then another 3 to 5 rounds, pause 4 to 5 seconds. Rapid is 8 to 10 rounds every 2 to 3 seconds. So now you're holding down the trigger twice as long, and you're taking about half of the break. And then cyclic is what we like to call ride the lightning, which is you just hold the trigger to the rear until you have to reload again, or until your team leader tells you to drop down to rapid or sustained. Okay. Along with that, if I tell you sustain 7, okay, it means you're going to shoot 3 to 5 rounds every 7 seconds. But that's much easier because now you don't have to worry about counting it yourself. You can just count whatever your team leader tells you to. This would normally be used on an SBF position, where now we're trying to conserve ammunition because we're just pretty much suppressing the enemy. There's not really any thing that we're seeing visually to engage, but we're still going to fire anyway to keep them inside their buildings and locked down so that our assault team can get in there without having to worry about them coming out and chasing after them and shit like that. And the same thing with rapid. He can say, rapid 5, and then now you have a rapid burst with a sustained break. Is this making sense so far? Is there anybody who this is not making sense? Okay. So, sustained is going to be used whenever you want accurate fire. You should be extremely accurate with your saw whenever you're only firing 3 to 5 rounds. It's a quick little burst. You readjust. You have 4 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds to readjust, reacquire that target again, get a good sight picture, bracket it out, and then engage again. And then rinse, wash, and repeat, right? You just keep doing that. The rapid is more for whenever we first take contact, or whenever all of a sudden we're getting shot at from the enemy, or our friendly units are getting heavy fire or something like that. You'll go up to rapid. Rapid is not going to be as accurate, but it's going to provide like a screen of bullets for us and our assault elements to maneuver around. And then cyclic, you're only ever going to use cyclic in an air ambush, or whenever we ambush somebody. You'll go cyclic for like what we call a hot minute in the Army. We're going to do a hot 30 seconds because a minute is way too long. You're going to run out of ammo long before that. So, any questions about the rates of fire? Any at all? Okay. All right. So the other part of the fire command that you may get or you might not get, this is kind of situational, but you need to know it in order to effectively emplace a machine gun or know how to command a machine gun, I should say. Is what type of fire your leader wants. And to understand this, you need to kind of understand what the cone of fire and the beaten zone is. And I'm going to kind of give you guys the quick and dirty because if you ever go to MGLC, you'll get the big version, but this is the quick and dirty version. The cone of fire is like when you fire several rounds in a burst from any machine gun. Each round will follow a slightly different trajectory. This pattern forms on the way to the target, pretty much like a cone, right? If you take a limp ice cream cone and stuck it in the end of your barrel and extended it 500 meters, then that would be your cone of fire. Okay. Just to give you guys a little bit of a visual representation, I'll draw it out in the ocean to the east of the weapons range. So yeah, we're gonna have us. This is flat ground, and this is a wall, big ass wall. Then we have a couple of enemies over here, and then we're gonna have our gun in green right here. That's our machine gun. Okay. Now this angle is exaggerated, but your barrel's always at an angle no matter what. It's just the way the rifle's made. But a cone of fire is pretty much gonna go like this, at a distance. Does that make sense? So the farther, it's kind of like a shotgun spread. That might be easier for some people to visualize. The farther away you are, the larger the spread. The closer you are, the closer the spread. That's kind of the same deal. You guys understand that?
Yes.
And the beaten zone is where these rounds impact the ground or impact whatever you're aiming at. So, like, say if I continue these lines and all of a sudden the rounds just drop because you're shooting at it like 1,100 meters away, and that's just kind of angle of attack. This right here will be your beaten zone, and it's kind of an elliptical pattern formed on the ground or the target by the striking rounds. Okay, and that's what your beaten zone is called. Okay, so now we get into the types of fire. Now that you understand what a cone of fire and a beaten zone is, so there's two different types of fire that your TL or squad leader can come from. And if you're a TL or squad leader and you don't know these, I highly recommend you write them down somewhere. So you have grazing fire and plunging fire. Okay. Grazing fire occurs when the cone of fire rises less than 1 meter above the ground. So you're firing at chest height. When firing on level terrain, you can graze fire out to 600 meters. And pretty much whenever we aim at any of these targets out here, that's going to be grazing fire. Okay. Because we're not shooting at the ground, we want our rounds to impact the target. This would be a good thing, a fire command to use if I say, hey, I want grazing fire on that wood line. Like, you guys have all done the Colex, the castle assault, right? And those of you who have been on top of the walls of the castle know that it's surrounded by, maybe 75 to 100 meters clearing, and then you have the wood line. So if we're taking fire from the wood line, but I don't have an accurate position on them yet, and I say I want to call for fire, but I need to give myself some time and we're getting accurately engaged, I can tell the MGs, or I can say, hey, 1-1, get your MGs to give me grazing fire on that wood line. And pretty much they're just going to strafe that wood line left to right about 1 meter above the ground. So whatever's in there is going to get shot at. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You're not trying to hit the ground. You're trying to hit about chest height above the ground. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're trying to get accurate fire. Give me 1 second, I get something to drink. I'm back, lots of talking. Okay, so that's grazing fire. Any questions about grazing fire? Okay, now understand this does not have to be a part of your firing command. It could be the same as if this obviously a highly visible target like these are out here, you're only gonna give a description instead of a fire command, which would be the grazing fire. So I would say, give me rapid fire on that Jeep, 200 meters, and that would be your fire command for your saw. Okay. And then plunging fire is pretty much whenever you're firing at long range, your dangerous where you're shooting at is within your beaten zone, right? This can happen if we open up our maps again, like say now, instead of this, we got a hill here, right? And there's dudes, there's enemies, bad guys walking down this hill, right? And we have a concealed machine gun position or a bunker over here. And now I say, hey man, I want you to give me plunging fire on the enemy. So plunging fire can be either like this. So now the beaten zone is hitting these targets. You understand? So the beaten zone is where the targets are. Or if like the hill continued and now we're shooting a big machine gun like a 50 cal and we have a lot of range on this bad boy, you can even shoot over this hill and use a machine gun as an indirect fire weapon system. You can shoot over the hill, and then as long as your cone of fire is over the hill, you can engage things like over here. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And this is a gross exaggeration, okay? But just understand those are the two instances in which you can have plunging fire. Or if you're on the high ground over here and you're shooting down here, that would also be considered plunging fire. Okay. Rare that you would use these in a firing command, but important to know because especially grazing fire is going to be like invaluable to squad leaders, especially in situations like the one I described. Any questions about the types of fire? Okay, I'm just letting you guys know the machine gun is the longest one. The AT only takes a second. All right, so types of rounds. So as a machine gunner, you'll always try to use the biggest drum as possible. So normally I think it's going to be the 200 round drum for us because you want the gun to be down the least amount of time possible. So, you know, whenever you reload, you don't want to instead of reloading every minute and a half, now you can reload every 2 minutes. That makes a big deal. That's just an example. The ammo you want to use is going to be the 200 round M249 soft pack M855A1. Don't worry about switching it right now. It's okay. But just know we always use the M855A1 if we can. The typical SAW loadout for you team leaders out there is 1,200 rounds, and your squad members usually carry another 600 if they have the space. It is your responsibility to keep accurate ammo count. Whenever you get down to your last 400 rounds, you never want to go above a sustained rate of fire. So TLs and SAW gunners out there, like if you're running a SAW or your TL, if your dude says, hey man, I only got 2 drums left, then you want to put them on only sustained, like a long ass sustained, because the last thing we need is that SAW to go down and become black on ammo. Okay. And like squad leaders, it's your job to disseminate the ammunition, like we talked about in ALC, I believe.
Yep.
All right, any questions? Big things, rates of fire, sustained, rapid, cyclic, which I'll actually show you guys right now what that is. Like if I say, give me sustained 5, this is what it would look like. Is that pretty clear, everybody?
Yep.
This would be a rapid. Any questions? The biggest thing and that you need to take away from this course before we start shooting here is immediate. You guys need to immediately lay. If you don't know where the enemy is, still shoot in the direction of the contact. You know what I'm saying? Shoot while you're getting down. Like just start shooting down, and then start shooting accurately. It's imperative that we get those rounds downrange. Okay. If anything, you need to make them shit their pants. They should not want to get up out of their tiny little hole they dug to try to ambush us like idiots. All right. So. Something I want you guys to test out really quick is this target out there at 3 degrees. It's 200 meters out. So for the 145, it would be like right, I think, at the tip. Yep. Okay, you're good. You can use the 145. Whatever. I don't care what optic you use. Just make sure you can hit that 200 meter target. And then the target on top of that bunker is 300. So you should be able to put your 3-tick on there and hit the target on top of that bunker. Okay, sick. Alright, you 3 get up. The 3 of us down there, and the next 3 get down there, or 4 or whatever. Just make sure that that bracketing is working for these ranges, okay? If they're not, you need to make sure that you let somebody know, or let me know, so that we can figure that out.
Holy fuck.
If you get a malfunction, it's going to be Shift R now, not Control R. Okay, so Shift R will fix anything. The sound on these, dude. The sound on these sound incredible.
I didn't have earplugs, so I didn't hear much of it.
Alright, you guys on the ground can cease fire. Does anybody else need to shoot? Make sure their optics are working.
Me, let's take a look.
Alright.
Perfect.
Ah, shit. Hey, everybody here go on channel 9. Everybody go on channel 9 on the radio.
Ready to check channel lane.
I got your lemur. Alright, once you guys get it warm and fuzzy, we can do this thing, okay?
I'm ready.
I'll go
Okay.
first.
So understand real quick now before you say that you guys will be shooting those targets out there at 500 and 600 meters out. So if you would like to try to hit those and see where it lies,
Yep.
you can. You will get 2 bursts per target, and that's all you're gonna get at whatever rates of fire I say.
If your bracketing system is working, it works extremely well. Best advice I can give you as far as burst firing is to aim a little bit below where you would aim normally on the bracket so that you can drag it up and then you'll have a little bit better cone of fire on your target.
Alright, yeah.
Make sure you guys have plenty of ammo and then let me know when one of you's ready to start the qual.
Good. 400 rounds.
Alright. So I'm gonna give you 5 targets to shoot at. And you're gonna shoot 2 bursts at the target no matter what. And you have to get at least excuse me. You're gonna have to hit at least 7 of your bursts. Okay.
Good.
If the target is down, you may wait until the target is back up to hit it again. Alright?
Alright.
Alright, 353 degrees, 300 meters, top of bunker. Good hit. Okay, keep it at a sustain. I want you 355, 100 meters close, target in the open. Alright, drop down to a sustain 7. I want you to shoot a burst 3 degrees, target in the open, 200 meters. Okay, same, sustain 7, 5 degrees, 600 meters. Good hit. Alright, give me 2 rapid bursts, 8 degrees, 400 meters, target in the open. Alright, good shit, you can stand up. Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Top of bunker, 358 degrees, 500, sustain 7.
Fuck.
Alright, close, 355, 100 meters rapid.
Oh.
Top of bunker, 353 degrees, 300, sustain 5. Three degrees, 200 meters, target in the open, rapid. Make sure you do a longer burst on rapid. Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters. Top of bunker, 5 degrees, 600 meters, sustain 7. Alright, good shit. Seven out of 10, that's a pass. Alright, who's next?
So I'll go next.
Alright. 355, close 100 meters, rapid. Top of bunker, 353 degrees, 300, sustain 7. Shit. 3 degrees, 200 meters, rapid. $358 degrees, 500 meters, top of bunker, sustain 5. Good hit. 8 degrees, 400 meters, target in the open, rapid. Alright, good job. 9 out of 10. That was Landry, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because I keep track of that. Next!
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Yep.
8 degrees, 400 meters, rapid. Three degrees, 200 meters, sustain 7. Down, sustain 7, 353 degrees, 300 meters. Target close, 100 meters, 355, rapid. Alright, target on top of bunker, 5 meters, or 5 degrees, 600 meters. Alright, good job. Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Alright, close, 100 meters, 355, rapid. Sustain 5, 353 degrees, 300 meters, top of bunker. Top of bunker, 358 degrees, 500 meters.
What's the rate of fire?
Rapid, sorry.
You said 500?
Yep, 500 meters. Alright, 3 degrees, 200 meters, rapid. Alright, target in the back, top of bunker, 5 degrees, 600 meters, sustain 7. Good shit.
Let's go.
Next. Ali. Alright, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters, rapid. Top of bunker, 5 degrees, 600 meters, sustain 7. Okay, target in the open, 3 degrees, 200 meters. Rapid. Top of bunker, 353 degrees, 300 meters, sustain 5. Close target, 355, 100 meters, rapid. Was that 5 or 4? I think that was 5. You're good.
What was
Yeah,
floating
Ollie.
above him?
4, 5. Yeah, okay, that was 5. Good shit, Ollie.
Nice. Thanks. Not as good as you are, though.
Ollie, go prone.
Yeah, it's his pick. It's the helmet. They're fixing it. It's the battery pack for his sorry, not his pack, but his nods. They're fixing it. All right, Roy, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's Periscope.
here we go. Target in the open, 8 degrees, 400 meters, rapid.
Holy shit.
3 degrees, target in the open, 210 meters, rapid. Top of bunker, 353 degrees, 300 range, rapid. Alright, sustain 7, 358 degrees, top of bunker, 500 meters, sustain 7. Alright, close target, 356, 100 meters, rapid. Alright. So, I mean, I can give you you can try the target practice a bit more. Because you got 6 out of 10, and that's technically a failure.
Gotcha.
So if you want to make sure you can hit those back targets and just know where to put your reticle on them, we can do a recoil real quick. And hey, listen, if you ever want to recoil on something, like you just want to do better or whatever, I mean, all of you are fast. You can always hit me up after like Wednesday training or Friday, and I can just spawn this in and we can do it real quick, no worries. Which target are you shooting at, Roy?
That green bunker with the target on top.
Which optic are you using?
The SU-230A.
And your control seeing in there, or control seeing, or control right click to get the big numbers.
Yep.
Let me see where is that for me. So mine's right on the 4. If you put your 4 on it, it should hit. What was that last one?
That
A
was,
little bit beneath the 4.
that was top left of the target, if you're curious.
Gotcha. So if you start like with the 4 at the bottom and just let the gun raise it up, you're gonna have to control the burst a little bit. You might want to try the 145, Roy, because on for me, like the 145, like all the brackets are perfect.
This motherfucker trapped me.
Who? Hold on, I'll teleport you out. Try Shift V. Yeah, if Shift V don't work, you ain't getting out. Hold on.
Can move it.
Oh, we good.
I'm back.
Great timing.
Hey, this is a great time for me to mention you always want to fire this off from a supported position unless you have like no other choice. Like if you can find the table to put it on or whatever. Was that on the 6, Roy?
No, it was on the 5.
I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll finish the AT and then we'll come back and do this.
Gotcha.
Alright, so good job. You guys have completed the machine gun course. I'll ask you the same thing I asked you before. Do you now understand the saw and how to use it a little bit better than you did going into it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You all learned something?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
More confident in your ability to lay down some serious lead?
Yeah.
Very cool. Alright, so the anti-tank is probably the shortest, simply because you know, we have a couple of different launchers that we use, and half of them are like auto locking / auto ranging. The AT4 is really the hardest one to use out of all of them. So welcome to the anti-tank course. Here we will go over the different launchers we use in the Rangers and how to employ the weapon system properly, as well as what the role of AT gunner is in a fire team, right? So the role of AT personnel or anti-tank or armor missile system, anti-armor missile launchers, is one of the most critical or mission critical weapon systems that we have in this unit for sure, as well as the most all around used in the unit, because all the time we're running into BTRs, BMPs, technicals, you know, you name it, we run into it all the time. So knowing how to use AT properly is, you know, a huge deal. Okay. Everyone who isn't in HQ or carrying a machine gun should have an M136 heat, okay, strapped to their back at the beginning of each hop. All right. So pretty much, if you're not carrying a machine gun, like even me and Carfano, we both carry AT4s as well on our back, unless otherwise specified, right? Um, Sometimes we'll ask you to carry a Maz or a Javelin, which we'll go over in this course. So hopefully you guys will be able to effectively emplace them. So talking about emplacing them, all launchers should be fired with front cover whenever possible. Always ensure that your back blast is clear, not only from enemies, but from hard structures as well, so you don't hurt yourself. You should always get an exact range and have the launcher on the proper setting. A missed anti-tank missile could be the difference in life and death for members of our elements. If you miss the BTR and then it kills everybody, then, I mean, it's not on you, but I mean, it could have been prevented if they had their AIT badge, hashtag, while we're here. So yeah, for sure, very important. A vehicle does not have to be completely destroyed for it to be non-operable, okay? If it's not operable, you know, that means the crew will normally dismount after the hull is like below 20% or something like that. So if that happens, you see people dismounting, don't waste another rocket. If you see, but any other case, like the turret is still active, the gun's still active, you definitely want to shoot another rocket and get it down, or get into hard cover, or get the hell out of there, whatever we got to do. But understanding how to accurately fire our common launchers is paramount. Okay, so our common launchers that we use is the M136 Heat, aka the AT4. We have the Maz, we have the Javelin, and we also have the Stinger missile in our arsenal that we were able to use. And then the types of rounds for the Maz, I believe. Ollie, what do you usually use with the Maz?
Hit 75 for highly heavy armor targets, and hit 55 for light armor targets or structures or infantry packs. But we're talking about the anti-tank, so hit 55.
There you go. Okay, heat 75, heat 55. When in doubt, carry the 75. Okay. The great thing about the main difference is in real life the Javelin is not a reloadable weapon system. You have to change the tube. You have to bring a whole nother tube. The Maz, the great thing about it is it's a recoilless rifle pretty much, and you can have different rounds that are interchangeable throughout. Normally it's a crew serve weapon system. We can crew serve it here, but we'd rather just go ahead and do it by yourself. It's just as easy. And the M136 Heat is the AT4 is going to be a one and done, and the Stinger missile is reloadable, but normally that's also a one and done. Any questions so far? Okay. Um. So yeah, let's all gather around out here. I'm gonna teleport us over there where the vehicles are.
Sorry.
Okay, come to the arsenal and get a M136 heat. Okay, so a little bit about this M136 heat. You should all know this from RAS, but I'm going to go over it all again anyway. Okay, you press R to open up your sights. At this point, the weapon system is active, so don't pull the trigger unless you're ready to hit something. If you press minus on your number pad, or you might have changed it, it will open up your reticle to be a larger one. It's very useful at nighttime or in low visibility, or whenever you're really close to the target, but whenever you're farther away, it's better to have the small reticle. Okay, if you press and hold the Alt button and look all the way to your right, you can actually see that there's a 20-meter radius that's also 50 degrees. That's going to be your backblast area, so that's good. It's right there on the launcher, so if you ever forget, you need to look both directions, and if you don't see anybody, your backblast area is clear. You do not have to say rocket, rocket, rocket when you fire one. If you say backblast area clear, I obviously know you're going to shoot one, so it'd behoove me to stay out of your backblast. Okay. Once again, to use this effectively, what do you think you're going to need?
Distance
Oh, range.
on range.
The range. Right, so this is 200 meters away to that gas over there, that little armored Russian truck with a grenade launcher. So if I pull out my rocket launcher by pressing the number 3, press R, and press page up, page up until I get to 200 meters, and I pull the trigger, it should hit it pretty well, right? Does anybody feel they need practice with the AT4?
Yes, I do. I only fired Gustav.
Okay. And just letting you know, the qualification, you're going to have to hit 2 targets with the AT4, 2 targets with the Gustav, 1 target with the Javelin, and 1 target with the Stinger. But the Javelin and the Stinger is kind of a gimme. Yeah, so you guys can go ahead and range out a target with the, if you need me to, I'll probably put some more down.
What the hell? Someone just gave me a arsenal.
Do what?
Someone just gave me an arsenal, like without me going in the arsenal. Someone just like, I can change my shit. I didn't go in the arsenal.
Or just tried to smoke me and landed.
Ah, I got some.
Close a little far.
How far is that? 350?
Oh fuck, Landry. I get back here.
I thought it was 250.
I eat those, man. It's a little bit black ones.
Yeah, make sure you guys are clearing your back blast.
Clear backblast. Rocket.
If you guys are having doubts about what you're hitting or not hitting, you can let me know. But we're for sure, like, you guys are fucking it up. Alright.
Clear backblast.
Clear.
Rocket.
You can Okay, let's cease fire there. So now I'm going to pull out a Moz Mod 1. If you so choose and you so desire, you can use the Mod 0, but you're making it very hard on yourself. And we're going to use the Moz Heat 75. Okay. The great thing about this is I can aim the red dot at something and press T on it, and it auto ranges it for me. So now I don't even have to range anything. Isn't that great?
What mods did you say? The fucking M3?
Yeah, the Moz Mark IV Mod 1. Not that one. There you go. Okay, so I'm gonna aim out into the abyss. I'm gonna range that BMP over there, 300 meters. I'm gonna put it right at 300 meters. Backblast area clear. Double confirm just to make sure it is indeed clear. I'm gonna put it right in between the 2 and the 400. I'm gonna let her loose. And that's right, there's a direct hit. Just to show you that it is possible. Your friendly neighborhood con man hit it dead center. Yep, if you guys want to aim at something and shoot out, it's actually pretty neat. The Moz is a very accurate firing system if you actually know what you're doing.
Backblast clear.
Clear backblast.
You're clear!
Kobe. Oh,
Hold on, loading you up.
Oh, shit.
Set.
On the way.
Hey, backblast clear?
Hold on, you said?
It's a little long,
I didn't
yeah.
say anything.
Backblast clear.
There we go.
Set.
Roger.
Oh, it was a really good hit.
Okay, a little bit
Set.
high. On the way. Okay, still a little bit high. Holy shit.
So you can see they still got the
Clear backblast.
on.
How do I keep overlooking this fucking team?
Backblast is not clear. Let me grab this. Alright, now I got you.
Backblast clear.
Bang! Clear backblast,
Backblast clear. Backblast clear.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Still remember, Ollie? You can assist load it.
Yep. Want me to load yours?
No, I'm good.
Good to see you, bro. It's been a
Does
while.
anybody else need more time?
I do.
I'm good.
Line this thing up and
I'm good.
overshooting it.
Okay, let's try something.
I'm nice.
Shoot that destroyed gas right there, 54. It's 200 meters out, just to make sure we're on target here.
Said 354.
Whoa!
Yep, 354 degrees. That's the
Yeah.
gas out there, and it's 200 meters. Okay, so you're good
I'll
there.
get this thing.
Let's start reaching out there, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, so right behind that gas, you see that BTR 80?
Yep.
It's 500 meters. So before you fire, real quick, or wait, you can do it yourself. So what is it saying on your?
Oh.
It's 500, 499.
Yep.
Let
So you
me-
need to put
let me
it like
assist
right
load you.
between the 4 and the 600.
Someone's bleeding.
Right.
That's weird. Oh, okay, now I see it.
Hold on, try to shoot it again and put the chevron and the 400 on there just to see.
Backblast clear.
Clear backblast.
Was that
Clear.
wrong again?
Yeah, and I was aiming like at the tires. I got the 4 on the tires.
Put the some
Hold on,
ammo
got
and
you.
put the
You're set.
200
Oh, you
on it.
loaded
You might
me
just
up?
have to aim
Fuck
down.
We're at
That's
the
probably
right.
the farthest I'm
I'm gonna have you guys shoot out with the Moz.
You can do assist load. I don't know what's faster.
Reloading.
There we
I
go.
don't know if it's faster than doing it yourself, though.
So nice.
Rocket.
Oh, that was way high.
No, that was super close.
I put that at 200.
Try it again at 5 and see maybe if it fills the rounds.
Alright.
You have rounds in your backpack.
Yep.
Here, hold on, let me look real quick. I don't know, man.
You're back, Bless.
Blast
Clear.
And that was in between 200 and 400, and it smacked it. Gotcha.
Holy shit, can I get a fucking Zeus heal?
That's probably the farthest down I'm gonna have
Come around with medic.
Oh,
Save
you
you.
bitch.
you. And I'd also try to hit that tank out there at 0 degrees. It's 400 meters out.
I'll save you, Power.
Thank you.
Alright, so if you're good to go with the goose, go ahead and cease fire.
Ceasefire in the line.
Copy.
Alright, and then we're gonna go into the launchers, and we're gonna pull out the old javelin.
Not my favorite.
This one.
Okay. And this one, we're all just gonna aim at something and fire it. Okay, I'm not gonna waste time teaching you guys how to. Oh, I'm gonna walk you through it real quick. Those of you who may have forgotten, but it's the FGM 148 Javelin, 250,000 round. The money's a pop. How are you there?
Yeah.
Use your javelin, homie. You're good, dude. You're good. Looking at TikTok, I see.
No.
Alright, make sure you guys all can hear me from where you're at. Roy, can you hear me over there?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, sick. So you're gonna aim down your sight. You can use your mouse buttons or whatever your zoom button is to zoom in and out. I'm gonna be aiming at that far back tank. At approximately like 0 meters almost. Or 0 degrees. Now you're gonna press N to turn into Thwimels. Okay. You could wait, is Klassen over here?
I'm right here, sorry.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure you didn't need to get teleported or something. Alright. So now I'm zooming. I've acquired my target. I'm zooming in, right? Now I'm at narrow field of view. Which you can see indicated by the green indicator light at the top of your screen. You should see NF0V, narrow field of view. You can now press Control Tab to switch from direct attack to top attack. You always want to fire a top attack unless you're shooting something underneath a bridge. Or, you know, something that isn't a heavily armored vehicle, but you still want to shoot those with the top attack as well. Okay. So now I'm going to hold down tab. You'll see gates start to pop up, and it'll close it on your target. And as soon as you see the crosshair, that's whenever you fire. We're not going to do that right now. Okay? Did everybody get all the way to the gates?
My
Yep.
field of view is fucked, but everything else works.
As long as you can get that gate.
Yep. Yeah.
So now I'm going to lock onto something. I'm going to have someone else clear my back blast for me.
Back one's clear.
Fire is going to go up in the sky and look freaking awesome while it does so. And we're going to see way back there, kablam. Right? And I'm going to verify in Zeus just to make sure that I hit it. I sure did, of course. Why am I not surprised? And then now what we'll do is you guys are good to just lock onto something and fire at it.
Wait, hold on. What if we all did it at the same time?
It's alright. Just just lock on and fire at something. And if you don't hit it, Scout's honor.
You're back blast.
Oh my god, I can load you.
You are. How? Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see it. Shoot something.
Alright, you got you.
Yo, Con.
You're back blast.
That's clear.
I may have. I made a discovery that may have.
You can load the Jav.
We got the.
Alright, did everyone fire one?
I did. You're good.
Is there anyone left? Okay, cool. Alright, so everybody gather around and let's grab ourselves a Stinger missile system.
Oh no.
What would it be called? Just a Stinger. FIM.
BIM 92F.
Yes.
Alright. And now let me try to work some magic here.
Oh yeah.
Just be looking down range. Alright, so listen. I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on. Alright, all you gotta do. This is the easiest weapon system to shoot. Okay? All you gotta do is aim at it. An aerial target. And it will give you a tone whenever you're locked on. Okay? And you'll know it when you see it. Okay? The biggest thing is you never want to shoot a helicopter while it's traveling past you. Okay? Meaning like it's right on top of you. If it's way out in the distance and it's coming towards you, that's really not ideal. But if you gotta do what you gotta do, you never want to shoot at a helicopter, or your ideal target is gonna be while it's going away from you. Okay, because if they strafe going away, the missile will have time to adjust. If he decides he's gonna just pull like a 9G freaking turn, while he's coming towards you, the missile may miss. Okay, and it's not gonna turn a 180 just to hit the thing. All right. So just make sure you let if it doesn't see you're not getting accurately engaged, go ahead and let that helicopter pass you and then shoot it as it passes, okay? In this case, I'm going to try to spawn in a helicopter, and then you guys can just everybody get a lock on, and then let me know whenever you get a lock on so that I'll know. Hopefully this thing won't schwack us.
Oh, it's gonna shoot at us.
I don't know. That's a great thing to hear, isn't it? This shouldn't. This should be like a non. Let me just. You see it out there?
It needs to be a certain height up.
Everybody aim at it.
I got it. I'm locking.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Jargon.
Yeah.
I think. Did he just survive that?
Fucking Russian bias, dude.
All the pilots are dead, though. I mean, it survived, but all the pilots are dead.
Alright, gather around again. Did everyone fire?
I didn't.
I did not.
You didn't.
Nope.
Oh, no.
You didn't
Hey,
get
you
me
see
a.
that drone over there?
Didn't give me a lock. I don't know why.
Is it really a
What
drone?
drone?
Oh, I
Yeah,
see
my
it now.
drone's been
Yeah.
in orbit for like the past hour and a half. It's off 020. If you just kind of look in that direction,
I'm getting a lock.
I don't fucking see it.
is your view distance up?
Here to shoot.
Hell no.
Sure. No! No!
Alright, here you go, Roy. Get ready. If you've already shot, don't shoot at this, okay?
Where's it coming from?
Right in front
It's
of
right there, dude. Right in front of you.
you. It's aiming at us.
Oh, I see it.
Right in front of you, Zero.
Yeah.
It's aiming at us, Roy.
It's not locking on.
Is it giving you tone?
Hell no. Now it is. Now it is. Now it is.
Guns are looking right at us. No pressure, Roy.
It's actually facing away from us. Oh, it pop flares?
They trying to
Down.
flare out like that was gonna make a difference.
Oh god.
Oh shit!
Get back, blast.
Go, send it, send it.
Bro's still alive. Dead now.
Holy shit, good hit.
Dead now.
Alright, so you learned a valuable lesson. Okay. The Stinger will take down helicopters, but may not kill it. Yes. They may be able to auto-rotate and survive.
You're better off.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and count that as your javelin and Stinger portion of the qualification. We want to do that again. Alright, so what we're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to hit 2 targets with AT4, and you're gonna have to hit at least 1 target with AT4 and 1 target with the Moz. So everybody go ahead and get you an AT4, and then just kind of step up here in the front whenever you're ready, just like in between this. We'll keep this back blast area clear, okay?
Which one are we starting
Go
with?
ahead and just come up. Yeah, there you go. Alright, I'm gonna give you a target. So we got that BMP, 6 degrees, that's gonna be 300 meters. You're good? That was very far. Yeah, that was way over. Alright, so let's go ahead and we shoot this second Jeep. It's 150 meters. Yep, the one. Yep, your back blast area is clear. Alright, go ahead and grab your Moz and stand by. Alright, who's next? Hero? Alright, Hero. You see that BMP out there at 4 degrees? It has that bright ass gold turret on top of it. It's 300 meters away. Your back blast is clear when you're ready. Go ahead and fire. Good hit. Alright, go grab you another AT4.
Whoa, I got melted shotgun. Got bruised.
You see over there at your 350? It's that destroyed gas.
Yeah.
That's a 200. Hit it. Your back blast is clear. Alright. Next. Landry. Get on your left. Okay. See that BMP back there that's partially exploded?
Yep, straight ahead.
300 meters away. Get after it.
Back blast clear.
You're clear. Direct hit. Good job. Grab you another AT4.
Ready.
Let's see. Excuse me. Do the same thing. Let's do the gas over there at 200 meters.
Back blast clear.
You're clear. Direct hit. Good job.
Thank you.
Next. Actually gonna put some more stuff down over here so we can have some more things to shoot at. Without crew, please. Alrighty, who we got? Okay, Bauer.
Careful.
Hello, con man.
Let's move over here. so you can see that BMP. I want to get BMP down. Okay, get that BMP. It's at 300 meters. Watch out, Classen.
Oh fuck.
They're both gonna get hit.
You're clear.
You said I'm clear?
Yep.
Rocket, rocket.
I'm gonna break that out of you sooner or later.
What?
Grab another one.
What'd I do?
Nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. Hey, you get a bonus point. I'm just kidding. No, you don't. Alright, so we have the gas, the fresh one, right in front of the old one. It's 200 meters away, over there on the left. So it's going to be about 350 from us.
Roger.
There you go. Your back blast is clear.
Rocket.
Good shit, brother. Get out of here. Grab your malls. Alright, Ollie, you ready?
Right.
Alright. Take about, like, step to the right about 5 meters. There you go, right there. That's good. Alright, they got a brand new BMP out there. It's 300 meters away. You're good to fire when you're ready. Your back blast is clear.
Bearing 05.
That's correct.
Clear back blast.
Good.
Rocket.
Good hit. I think I see some people moving around over there in that gas, Ollie. Let's put them out of their misery while they burn to death. It's that gas that's on fire over there. It's 200 meters away. Your back blast is clear when you're ready.
Copy. Rocket.
Good job, dude. You put them out of their misery. You did them with a service. Alright. Who's next?
Ready.
Alright, Jar. I think you get the pattern here. Get that BMP at 300 meters.
Gotcha. Back blast clear.
You clear? Direct hit. Good job. Grab you another one. And I have a feeling that gas is going to be back out there.
Yep, set.
Alright, 200 meters when you're ready. Back blast is clear.
Gotcha.
There we go. Just like that. Alright, who's next? Roy? Alright, we got that, still that BMP is going strong at 5 degrees. That's 300 meters. Good hit. Alright, and then go get you another.
You guys got tagged?
Ready?
My God, Roy, our mortal enemy out there, the BTR.
Gotcha.
That's 200 meters. You see it?
Yep.
Alright, good to fire. That was a good hit, Roy, but of course it's a BTR 80. It's gonna take more than one stick to bring it down. Who's next?
I think that's everyone. Oh. So I am with the Maz.
Did everybody go? Wait, who am I missing on my thing? Andrew, John, Roy. Got all down there. Got you. Got Landry. Oh, I didn't put Bauer down there, but I know you went. Got to write your name down, dude.
Sorry,
Alright, go
you're
ahead and
calling
get
me
your
Hartman.
Merles
Forgetting to
out.
Write my name.
Alright, Klassen. I want you to hit that BMP at 300. the same one we've been shooting at.
Oh, yeah, duh, of course. 300. Got it.
Are you ready?
Yep. Back glass clear.
Clear. Good hit. All right. Take a step to the side. You can just reload. Did you not grab 2 rounds?
No.
Instant fail.
Real quick,
I'm just kidding.
real quick. Alright, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
All right. Let's see. Come step over here a little bit. And you should see that troop carrier out there. That Ural is 600 meters out.
Yep.
You're good to whenever you're ready, man.
Clear back glass.
You're clear.
Oh, you bitch. I put the chevron right on you.
Those a little short.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's still a pass. Hero, you ready? Alright, let's bring that BMP right in front of us, 300 meters. Good shit. And now you can take that Ural if you can get it 600 meters out there. That was over. All good. Still a pass. Good job. Who's next? Come over here by me. It's a great view.
Set.
All right, Ollie. Same deal. You can hit the BMP and then try to hit the Ural.
Copy, clear back blast.
Clear. Direct hit. Now the Ural at 600.
Clear back blast.
Clear. Direct hit. Nice job, dude.
God.
If Ollie can't get it, man, I don't know who the hell is gonna get it. Like,
Always
All right.
attack himself.
who else?
Next to you.
All right, Landry. I don't know why the hell that that BMP's not going down, dude.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and smack her again. Alright, direct hit. That Ural is back up back there. You can try to hit that if you want.
Nice.
Nice, good hit, good hit. And you destroyed the BMP, so now I gotta find something else for them to shoot at. Good job, Landry. Alright, who's next?
Jar.
Alright. You can try to hit that BMP and then the Ural.
Gotcha. 300.
See, you should be able to verify that range in your thing.
Alright.
Yeah, 300.
Clear back glass.
Clear. Direct hit, good job. Now the Ural.
Clear back glass.
Clear.
Short.
Yep, just a little short. Still good. Just a pass. You done passed.
That's what matters.
Alright, Bauer. Same deal. BMP, Ural.
Back glass clear.
You're clear. Direct hit. Now the Ural.
The Ural.
You're wrong. Yep.
What azimuth?
Uh,
Is the one past the BMP?
3 degrees, 600 meters.
There.
There. Direct hit. Good job. All right, Roy. Same deal. Hit the BMP, then hit the Ural. It's not on fire anymore. That one's a little short. Go ahead and try the Ural at 600 meters.
Laundry. Let me get that one.
Damn, that was really long. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna stay back behind after this, and we gotta figure out what's going on with the ranging on your stuff. I don't know if that's like field of view or something. But we for sure need to figure that out real quick after this. Gather around. Gather around. So congratulations on completing AIT in one go. Right. It was about the standard. It was about 2 hours, right? It was the MG takes a while, and that was obviously if there was only 2 of you here, the qualification we would have been done an hour ago, right? Like 30 minutes, probably not an hour. But I really hope you guys learned a little something, and if anything, you understand what I expect out of the Saw Gunners, out of the team leaders, and out of the Grenadiers, and out of the AT, right? So pretty much, you understand what I expect out of every fire team. I expect those fire commands to be given out. I expect you guys to obey them. I expect immediate return fire from the Saw, and I expect you guys to hit stuff with AT. Okay. Any questions, thoughts, or concerns about anything? What do you guys think of the course? You think it's useful? You think I should toss it?
I
That shit was fun.
Oh yeah.
think it's useful. I don't think it's much different than when it was in RASP. So, it's useful to the fact that you like rehash it twice. Once when you first get here, another time later for the actual qual. But I don't think it was anything different than the first time through.
Well, for me, it was a big difference, like with AT compared to RAS, because we didn't use the Moss or the Stinger. So I mean, that's a big difference.
Okay.
Looking at a completely different sight picture.
That's fair. I think I was thinking more the MG course specifically.
Even for MG, for me, it wasn't that in depth. I mean, it was pretty like.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything kind of was more in depth than what was taught in RASP, and especially in RASP when you got so much to cover already, this stuff gets glossed over, like you mentioned at the start. It's
for
good to
sure.
come back.
And going over
Yeah,
the MG
especially
again, I was like,
once you see the RASP with the new CQB
Yeah.
in there, there's a lot there's just a bunch in between, and it was evident that this information wasn't getting ingrained in people's brains.
For sure.
And I think having a qualification behind it like this, like actually doing something where you have to apply what you're gonna do out in the field, I think just makes you want to learn it a little bit more. And now that you guys get out there, you understand the brackets and stuff.
for sure.
Pretty much this is just a refinement of what you went over in RASP. It's not supposed to be technically anything new.
All right, word. Then yeah, it was great. I would recommend to others.
All right, that and it's a requirement to get promoted to PFC. So
Yeah.
everybody wants to get to PFC or is already higher than a PFC needs to go through it. So yeah, I'm gonna get all this stuff logged. You guys will get the AIT completion badge on Unit Commander. A little bit of chest candy for you there. And you'll also all be eligible for PFC. And you'll also keep your rank if you are above a PFC. Because there is going to be a time where I'm just like, dude, you got to get it done. Or like, I don't know, you're just going to have to get it done. I don't think anybody in the Rangers is like, everybody in the Rangers love to train, so.
Love the
All right.
train.
You guys are good to go. Thank you for coming out tonight. Roy, let's figure out this this issue. I'm not understanding what's going on.
Hey, really quick, Con.
Yep.
You got time on Saturday before op to go through Jump Master?
Let me